Kim Fowley is the ultimate underground animal.
Try to be horrible if you can. And we can be horrible back and we'll be fine.
Alright. You seem to be a daredevil.
A daredevil?
Yeah.
I'm a monkey fuck. You have to get that right. Donkey's balls, monkey fuck, is not a daredevil. It's a non-human man. I'm a non-human man. I'm Kim Fowley. I was created by Satan to come to Paris and save all your lives. If you're a gay man, you may start masturbating. If you're a heroin addict, you can start shooting up your fucking arm. If you want to masturbate to her and you're a lesbian, this is your big chance. If you want to kill us and fuck us and set us on fire, that'll cost you money. Maybe we want to kill you and set you on fire, but we won't charge you any money, but we want all your children and your animals and your house.
Oh, what's that fucking story about you fucking a cat? A real cat, an animal. It's just a fucking joke or what?
The cat weighed about 60 pounds. It was a giant female, and it came up to me and started licking my balls. So I masturbated on the cat, not in the vagina, but on the outside, and put it in a stocking and set it on fire. You read that article in England. It went into the swimming pool, and it came out purring and licked my balls even better.
Murder's a real turn on for me. When I'm having sex, I like to pretend like the guy's murdering me.
When my mother was waiting for my first word as a baby, and instead of saying mama or goo-goo, I said, why are you bigger than me? I was a little child, I was a year and a half old. She just said I gave birth to a fucking genius. She took the baby, held it away, went into a swimming pool changing place where we lived, and put music on and said, talk to the music, little baby, and started crying. And the record that she played was Carmen Miranda doing a karaoke. It was 1940, and it was the woman with bananas in her head from Cuba. I learned two things that day. Be careful what you say, and if I'm going to talk to music, I want music to talk to me. My father was Douglas Fowley. He played Singing in the Rain. He was the director. Yes. He was the worst actor in the movie. And my mother fucked Howard Hughes before she fucked him. And there was a possibility that might be Howard's son, but probably not. Because Howard Hughes fucked everybody back in those days. And my mother was in the movie Big Sleep with Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. She was the cigarette girl. She was a lesbian and an infomaniac and was addicted to drugs and illicit. And my father was an opium addict, and he only fucked 8 times because he went to church all the time. I mean, he had to marry everybody he fucked. So he had 8 wives. My mother had 2 husbands. There's so much confusion over who has money and your children screaming for money. There's no money. I mean, when he died, they're still fighting over the money now. There's no money. All the money's in Paris. For me, it's no mercy. It's no mercy for president.
Why not?
He took me off the street. I was a monster in a gas station, and he found me in a gas station. And when he came up to the gas station his first day, I said, welcome, Moondog. You said, are you Jewish? No. Are you mafia? No. Then you have to learn this shit. You can run for food, and I can pay you in food, and you'll learn. You have to eat your own breakfast, and you can have my fucking car. And his wife was there, and the radio station was a block away, and that's how I got the job.
Burn down Grandma's house. Grandma doesn't like freaks or artists or pioneers of dreams. Grandma wants you to be common like her. So This should be your Christmas tree next time. Instead of this, zoom.
In 1957, I was in the Pagans of West LA. We were a gang. We used to go out and rob houses and fuck women in the street and fight people for the sheer joy of being horrible. And we had a band. The guys in the group, in the gang, we formed a band called the Sleepwalkers. And then we played music. And then while we were playing, our guys would come in and steal shit out of the houses, you know, where we're playing music.
That's horrible.
We had girls working for us, and the girls would steal from other girls. We had prostitution, we sold drugs, we sold alcohol, we had gambling too. And then we sold food, and you could do it all. Then we go outside while all this is going on and strip the cars and take all the equipment. I did better then than I'm doing now. It was crime and music together. That's how I started. And that was
What city?
Beverly Hills, of course. Rich neighborhood. We were thieves. If you're going to steal, go steal from the rich people. Don't steal from the ghetto, you know. So we were in the rich part of town, stealing. How do you do? Fuck you, hands up, give me your money, I'll fuck your wife and your dog, and that'll be all. Does your wife have any more money for this? Thank you, take that too, see you, goodbye.
I'm a hunting paradise. I'm already in.
House for homeless groups.
Yes, yeah.
If you were a musician and you were good, you could come in and if you sang and we liked you, we'd give you soup or bread. And then we'd make you go and make a record now. Thank you.
And who came back? I mean,
Keith Moon of the Who, Jim Morrison came over, the Seekers came over, Jefferson Airplane came over, Steppenwolf would rehearse there. We had famous people and all the drug addicts, prostitutes, shit asses, gang members too, everybody all together. It was quite interesting. People lived there. We fucked them there. We had a woman come out of being a nun and she danced naked on top of a file cabinet and renounced God and everything while everybody was smoking dope. Those were the days.
Find you in the cream fog.
Same. Remember this. The diseases are new, the haircuts are new, and the drugs are new. Everything else is the same. And what a producer does is he gets somebody to make noise. Like right now. I just know how you say the word ooh. Okay. Woo. That's a producer.
This movie will change your life. You're on the golden road to nowhere.
Kim FOWLEY, back.
When I die, there better be a million masturbators at my funeral.
What will you take? What will you wear on that golden road to nowhere?
Charles Manson?
Charles Manson did not have an outlet for his songs. And then when he became Charles Manson, he had an outlet for himself.
Frank Zappa?
I was his Brian Jones.
Gigi Allen?
For $100, when he was buried in a jockstrap with shit all over his body and a bottle of whiskey, I wrote his goodbye and put it inside the coffin.
Bruce Johnston?
He was in the Pagans of West LA and he was out there raising shit and stealing too. He's now the Beach Boys. Sorry, Bruce.
Gene Vincent?
Gene Vincent, I produced him, and I'm back and I'm proud, and he was crippled like me. So we were two cripples, we talked about it. And we both decided we were pricks.
Arthur Lee?
I was on a bus bench one day and he gave me a ride. He said, Kim FOWLEY shouldn't be riding a fucking bus, you're a legend. And he had a Porsche. And he was a nice person. And Kara Wright of Pure Music is his champion. And Holland. No, Hollywood. He's dead, you know. But he has songs that no one's ever heard. Did you know that?
Unbelievable.
I met the daughter of Anton de Levay at Denny's. Greasy restaurant. She was good looking in the 1960s. I don't know anything about him, but he wrote some good books.
Dennis Hopper.
He was short. He wasn't. He was.
Nancy Sinatra.
I went to high school with her. She was pretty then, and now she's ugly.
Napoleon the 14th.
Napoleon the 14th. Oh yeah, that's not me. No, I had the records are coming to take me away. Ha ha, hee hee, ho, to the funny farm. That one, right? I had the record #1 in New Zealand and Denmark. He was #1 everywhere else. But when he came, he was Jerry Samuels was his name.
Jerry Samuels?
That was his real name. And he was Sammy Davis Jr.'s, look at it. He was Sammy Davis Jr.'s engineer and producer of Shelter of Your Arms. And one night after Sammy Davis Jr. went away, he made that in the middle of the night having fun. It was #1. He was an old guy at the time. And so he said to his assistant, go to England and be me. Tell him you're me. So this guy who's 20-something goes to England to pretend he's a 40-year-old man, saying they're coming to take me away. He gets down to the Scotch of St. James, and I'm there. Hey, who's Napoleon the 14th? Hi, Napoleon. You're not Jerry Samuels. No, but I'm taking all the money and running away so I can fuck my girlfriend, and I'm taking all the promoters' money. And I'm not going to do any of the shows. Oh, really? Do you know who Kim FOWLEY is? Who's that? Some guy who covered us on CBS. No. What do you do? Oh, I sell guns. He said, oh, great. So when this guy ran away, I became Napoleon the 14th and did his shows with all the shit on it. And then, in the places where I was big, I performed there as me. So I was both people. I was on the road, I was Napoleon, and then on the studio, I was Kim FOWLEY. So if you say, were you Napoleon the 14th? Some nights.
Who was better?
In jail.
Yes.
We have gossip for you. He's in jail and he's had a polyp operation on his throat. And his daughter comes to see him. And he's learning how to cope. And the Supreme Court said no, they wouldn't have another hearing about his I'm innocent plea.
He was a good friend of yours.
He owes me money. I recorded an album. They took one of the songs and put it on a compilation with Cher and Dion.
Barry Gordy.
Barry Gordy hired me to be the first white person at Motown in 1960. I was head of West Coast promotion and publicity. And how I got records on the radio, I'd have a male prostitute and a female prostitute in the car. We'd take the records, we'd go up to a radio station and say, when you've played all this music, I will come back. You can fuck these people, I'll leave them off, you can fuck them, and then when I finish hearing the music, I'll come back and get them, we'll go to another radio station. And I'd hear all the music, they'd fuck the gay men, would fuck the gay guy, whoever would fuck the girl would fuck the girl, and then I'd pick up and we'd go to the next place.
All together in a cemetery world. All together in a cemetery world.
Start masturbating, start smoking dope. Oh no! She goes, woo! Okay, so this is all show business.
I don't know if you guys.
Okay, I don't know either. Here's the story. You want a good story? It was long time ago when LSD was big. And I was at a club and everybody in the dressing room was stoned. I don't do drugs. I was here. There was a drummer here, a bunch of guys smoking, dropping, acid, everything. Here comes a guy with a gun through the door. You owe me money, to the drummer. I'm going to kill you. He starts running with the gun. I'm between the gun and the drummer. If he pulls the trigger, the bullet is going to go through me and kill the drummer and kill me. So I took the drumstick, because I know how to fight, and I put it in his heart, and he died. And he didn't pull the trigger, and I didn't die. The drummer didn't die, and the drummer didn't pay him the money over. However, the witnesses were all stoned, so they couldn't say it was self-defense. So I had to go away and stay in prison until my expensive lawyers proved that everybody was stoned, nobody could say I was innocent or protected myself, and then when that was done, they let me go. And then I came back and continued music. No, I didn't turn gay in jail, because in jail, the murderers are like rock stars. We get our own cell, we get good food.
But no woman.
Yes, we have conjugal visits. You know what that means? You get to fuck in a trailer if you're a good boy, so I got to fuck in a trailer. When Kennedy died, I was taking a bathtub because that night I recorded a virgin. And I wanted to smell good for her. I was young then, and I thought you had to be clean for women. Later I found that if you smell dirty, some women want to fuck you. Now there are some women that want you to be clean. So maybe I was Greg when I was young. Regina Groves was her name, and she was in Disney movies, and I thought I was going to fuck her the night Kennedy died. And her mother drove us to the studio.
How old is she?
About 20, 21. She was a Catholic.
I was wondering, I'm like, she's a virgin.
She's a Catholic virgin, you know, the Catholic Church. And now
She's like
not
15
fun.
or something.
I got turkey just like they do. Life is good in Hollywood. Burn down Grandma's house. Burn down Grandma's house. Burn down Grandma's house. Burn down Grandma's house.
I am an animal. I am a piece of shit. I am a child of God. I smile when I shit. I live in a world of death. I live in a world of screams. I live in a world of nightmares. I'm a man of dreams. So Mark, I want some money or she'll come after you. You owe me some fucking money.
I think he might like that.
You owe me some fucking money.
Yeah, so I wouldn't threaten him.
Right.
But a bear cat stew.